Every day, there are incredible preparedness deals floating around the internet, but who has time to dig through dozens of websites to find them? That's why we created PrepperFinds.com, your one-stop site for the best prepper deals online. Our team scans the web, finds the biggest discounts on survival gear, food storage, water filters, radios, and more, and posts them in one easy place. No more wasting hours searching or missing out on limited time sales. At PrepperFinds.com, you'll see the best deals every single day, so you can save money while stocking up on what really matters. Check it out today at PrepperFinds.com. Bookmark it, visit daily, and never miss a deal that could keep your family prepared. That's PrepperFinds.com, where smart preppers shop.
Survive, thrive, stay alive. It's time to get prepared with the Prepping Academy podcast.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. I am Forrest with another incredible podcast for you guys. This one is going to be titled, Stay the Course. When everyone else stops prepping or preparing, stay the course. Right now in the country, a lot of people, they feel safe. They feel safer than they did. New party comes in, there for a year, and we just felt safe. President Trump has been ending wars all over the world, but then he just started one. So you're like, uh-oh, and then people were like, uh-oh, I thought we were going to be safe and secure. But people are and were getting more comfortable with everything. Things were, feeling normal. Okay, we're ending wars. Cuba's not going to kill us. Venezuela's kind of put to bed now. There's a little war over there, in Ukraine and Russia, really not affecting us. Only thing we have to worry about is kind of just natural disasters and maybe some local crazy nuts kind of thing. A lot of times we feel like we can deal with them. But right now, the shelves are stocked. Gas is available. Hey, gas just went up. But there's no immediate crisis. And so people are letting their guard down. They're not prepping as much. It's not important to them. And people are just drifting away. They're just like, okay, it's not important. Let's go to a park and throw a Frisbee. No, I'm just kidding. And I've seen this firsthand. Everyone in the preparedness industry has seen this. And this isn't to get you back in the preparedness industry. This is to get you ready just stay focused. Things can still happen. Disasters can still happen. I'm not even going to mention all the different things that can happen. You know them all. But prepper events around the world are down. Attendance is low. The curiosity of people and the new people, it's not there. Just everyone's engagement with prepping and preparedness is just slipping. PrepperNet, our meetings are down. We have a few cities. A lot of cities that their attendance got so low that we just said, well, let's just kind of shut it down now until it gets, back on everyone's mind. And that's so sad. A lot of them are still meeting. And, they'll do lunches and see each other, meet up at other events but so a lot of the training events have just stopped because people aren't worried and scared. And we've seen this nationwide, actually worldwide. Over, in England, we have a couple groups over there, in Australia. It's just slowing. So it's a cycle. Of course it's a cycle. Everything's a cycle, When people aren't scared, they don't prepare. We need a good event. No, that's not what I'm saying. Let's don't create an event. Let's don't have a hurricane. I'm against all that kind of stuff. But when things calm down, people feel safe, and there's no threat of a virus. We're coming into summer right now. Viruses. Most of them take hold in the winter when everybody's inside. But here's the danger of this. Comfort creates complacency. And that's the perfect time for something to happen. If I'm a disaster, I'm going to wait until no one's looking for me, to cause chaos. And I know it's kind of a joke, but you know what I'm saying? You don't ever plan. If you knew a disaster was coming, July 14th, you would be ready. You would get ready. Some of you would wait until July 8th or 9th, but others would be prepared long before that. And complacency is what gets people hurt. It gets the people not ready, not prepared. They overlook small details of things that are going on. Because when something happens, that disaster or incident happens, it's too late at that. And you guys know that. We've learned that. Every one of you guys, know that when something happens, oops, it's time to go to the grocery store and get some toilet paper. What do you mean they're out of toilet paper? It's too late. You can't buy your supplies after the disaster happened in most cases. But here's the hard part. Buying supplies, okay, yeah, you guys probably have a lot of supplies, but you can't build your skills. Well, hurricane just wiped out the entire state of Georgia. I think I need to learn how to build a fire. Nancy, go get me that book off my shelf and I'm going to go get some wood. What? You're going to read a book on how to start a fire, maybe how to, build a rocket stove out of bricks that you've never done before in your life. And your kids are looking at you going, I'm hungry. And it will put you in situations that you don't want to be in. So all of a sudden something happens, your little community goes, oh, we've got to bond together. And you're like, well, I hate Frank and I hate Jim and Nancy, April over there looks at me real funny every time I'm around her. And all of a sudden now you're going to be stuck with these people because you stop preparing. You stop looking for a tribe. And now it's called a Insta tribe. Welcome. This is your tribe. These are the people you're going to survive with or die with. These are the people you're going to trust. And you're going to end up telling your darkest secrets and probably crying in front of them. And there's April still looking at you going, that dude over there concerns me. But yeah, so you don't want to be that person. So, let's just kind of ease back into it and go, you know what? Forrest may not be right a lot of times. Most of the time, but he's got a point here. I need to maybe focus a little bit more on it. Keep buying some supplies that we need. Maybe talk to a few families. Still work down that trail of being in a group. One of my sayings for the last 15 years in the preparedness industry is like, hey, if you're not in a group or a tribe, you're going to die. And people are like, oh, don't say that. I'm like, yeah, you've got to have people to support you and to help you and your family when times are tough. You need other people. The best is to choose who the other people are and not be in a situation where you can't choose. Because April's a little freaky too. And she wears that knife, I know, right above her shoe on her ankle. And you're like, why would she do that? So I don't even, by the way, for the record, I know no one in my life right now named April. I don't know where that came from. I'm making this up as I go a little bit. So let's break it down. A crisis hits. People wake up and they get prepared. They go to the store. They start reading books. They get skills. Fear happens. Prepping increases. People get, remember back in 2012, everyone was preparing. Time passes. Things calm down. We're not all going to die, at least not at once. And then people get relaxed and prepping stops. Then it repeats again and again and again. And people are like, okay, we've been through this. Let's don't get excited. We've got everything we need. Let's just see what happens. And the people who win, the people that are most prepared, are the ones that stay consistent in their preparations, and they're going to events and meeting other people, still looking for their tribe. They're the ones that's going to win if all heck breaks out. Just being honest, okay? And that can be you right now, because guess when the best time to buy stuff is? When no one else is buying it. I can tell you what, if you want to go buy 4 truckloads of toilet paper this afternoon, I guarantee you could fill up 4 trucks of toilet paper. Hey, let's take a quick break.
Has your data been hacked? Do you feel uneasy about the vulnerability of your personal information online? Were you involved in the Target, LinkedIn, or Microsoft data leaks? Don't know? If not, then pay attention. Join Forrest Garvin from Preparedness for a free webinar on privacy and security. Gain insights into safe internet browsing, VPNs, crafting online aliases, secure emails, detecting if your data has been hacked, and managing passwords. Secure your spot today for this webinar on privacy and security. It's free. This webinar delves into comprehensive strategies for bolstering your online privacy. We've got you covered, from fortifying your passwords to shielding your financial information and mastering state-of-the-art encryption techniques. We're offering 2 convenient dates to suit your schedule. Reserve your spot now at preppernet.com/privacy. Don't let cyber threats erode your peace of mind any longer. Take the first step toward a safer, more secure online experience by joining us for our free webinar. Remember, knowledge is power when it comes to safeguarding your privacy. Sign up now at preppernet.com/privacy. We'll see you there.
But when a virus comes around and you want toilet paper, yeah, good luck. I know someone, I'm not kidding. They were worried about running out of toilet paper. They went to a construction site and got the toilet paper out of the little portable. I kid you not. I'm like, well, first of all, that's not toilet paper. That is sandpaper at best. But they went and robbed the porta-johns of toilet paper. I'm like, oh my goodness. Okay, you got to do what you got to do, I guess. That's not being prepared. So you need to stay on track, keep your feelings in check, your mindset in check, your pocketbook in check. You need to just kind of shift the lack of fear to a discipline. Okay, we're not afraid of anything. Everything's going good. But we do need to do, let's go to the dollar store once a month. Let's get a little bit more food. Let's talk to the Joneses right down there, because he has a ham radio. Or he goes to the gun range, and maybe, we can have coffee with him, or just cook out and just say, hey, have you ever guys thought about this? And so yeah, I was going to say something, but I'm holding back on that. So stay connected with your community. This is huge. Don't let your survival group choose you. You choose them. When people are isolated and your community's isolated, you're stuck. You may be stuck with these people, and April could be the person that's going to slit your throat. No, I'm kidding. When people stay plugged in, they stay sharp. Your skills need to be sharp. Have you, shot a gun recently? Have you, talked on your ham radio recently? Have you, just think of all the skills that you have that you haven't used, and you're like, well, maybe one day I'll use them, and and that day has never come, and so you're like, well, and you just lose interest. I would say that you need to just kind of maybe, step back into the arena, think about the what ifs, and ask the question, do you still love your family? I'm just kidding. Don't take it that serious. Do you still love your family? If you don't need to prepare. If you do need to prepare. That's somewhat true, but I didn't mean to go all on the dark side there. Do you still love them? Are you bugging out by yourself? Yeah. Do you have your bug out bags for your kids? No. No one does. No one. I can talk to 100 people at a prepper conference and say, hey, do you have a bug out bag for your kids? And out of 100, I would say 10, maybe 15 do. And I'll tell you this. Do not hate me for saying this. And they're always the homeschool kids. Yeah, I am not kidding. I mean, I'd place a bet. There are 100 people. There's 15 kids right there with their bug out bags. And I can walk up to them and go, hey, are you homeschool? Yes. It always is that way. If you beat the odds, awesome. If you're one of them you're like, yep, you're right. Homesteaders don't really do, but homesteaders are going to be, they don't do bug out bags so much. They're going to protect their property with their life. They're not going anywhere. And that's another topic and subject there. They need to all homesteaders should listen to my podcast, where I interviewed the Bosnia survivor, Selko. I think I've interviewed him 3-4 times, and he'll tell you that the homesteaders, that's called tomorrow's grocery store. Because when the grocery stores are down and you can't get in and there's no food, everyone's going to where there's garden and cows and chickens and pigs, and you can't hide that kind of stuff anymore. So the best way to stay engaged, the best way is go to events. Go to events. See other crazy, like-minded people like yourself. Shake their hand. Meet them. Where you live? What are you doing? Learn something new. Learn a new trade. There's tons of shows coming up in 2026. Tons. There are tons. Here's a site to go to. It's preppershowsusa.com. preppershowsusa.com. I will put that in the notes. preppershowsusa.com shows you all the shows, most of the shows that have been published in the United States, and you can sit there and you can see what's the date, where it's located. You can, if you have to buy tickets, you can usually get all the information you need from that site. And I know that because I purchased that site years ago for Ethereum. I did. Guy wanted crypto. I'm like, I'll send you crypto. And we're getting ready to redo the site because it is totally made in the 90s. When you look at it, you're like, dude, this is from 1998. Yeah, you're right. And we're getting ready to update the entire thing. So it's called Prepper Shows USA. I didn't even know I was going to bring that up. Actually, I knew I was going to talk about events. But yeah, preppershowsusa.com. It'll be an events. If you're serious about preparedness, get around other people that are doing it and talk to them, because the motivation fades, because peace and safety. My kid's just at high school and I don't have time to prepare. Dude, that's a reason to prepare. It's your kids going to high school. but the environment keeps moving, shaking the cycles. Right now we're in a cycle, and don't be caught off guard. Um, don't wait until the next crisis wakes you up. And you're like, dang, all power went out. There was in the mountains of North Carolina last year. I was up there when the flooding happened and the hurricane came over us. I was up there, um, and yeah, Preppernet was up there in a huge way. I mean, we mobilized hundreds of people. We actually didn't mean to go here, but we have a nonprofit we're putting together called Preppernet Emergency Response Team, because we sent people, like we have a lot of first responders, tier one operators, special operations people in our organization. And we sent many up there that were literally the first people looking for, the bad stuff. And because they could handle it and they had the experience. So anyway, if you want to volunteer for that, we're creating a sign up page for that. You can go to Preppernet. Do we even have that on? I think we do. Preppernet.com. And you can donate. I don't know. I think we're updating our site right now. Sorry. There's a lot of going, because we found ourselves at Preppernet in the same situation. Well, people just aren't coming. Maybe we need to just relax. And we had a leadership meeting and we're like, no, we need to push forward. People still want to learn. People still need to be prepared. We need to be ready for the next crisis. Let's say a crisis comes. We need to be ready to train, to have community for people. We need to continue as like something is getting ready to happen. That's the stance at Preppernet. So we've kind of shifted in the last month. So, but we need to stay focused. You don't want to start at zero when something happens, as well. And I do have a book. I'm looking for it right here beside me. Where is it? I don't even know where it is. It's supposed to be here somewhere. Sorry, it's supposed to be somewhere here in my studio. I was going to pick it up and show you guys. But it's a book I wrote about preparedness. And the name of the book is called The Preparedness Roadmap. You can find it on Amazon. You can go to forrestgarvin.com. And it takes a person from start to 1 year of being a prepper. Like literally mindset, skills, things you need to buy, when you need to buy them. It does all that. Matter of fact, my first 5 podcasts are now in this book. And it would a lot more expanded, but because I did a podcast for friends and I didn't even mean for it to be a podcast, but I'm like, okay, I'll put it out there so people can hear it. Here's what the first month and the first 2 months, here's what you need to buy. And here's what you need to learn. And here's what you need to read to get the mindset and stuff. And then they became podcasts. I kid you not. But it's called the Preparedness Roadmap. You can go to prepperfinds.com. That's one of my sites, Prepperfind. This is not supposed to be a promotion. Sorry, guys. But I'm telling you what I think is best in class right now. And you can find that book there or Amazon. Just look up my name, Forrest Garvin, or the Preparedness Roadmap on that. So if you want to be ready, continue to listen to the Prepping Academy podcast. Join Preppernet, see where our groups are nationwide, and get engaged. Go to an event. We have big events coming up soon. There's a lot on PrepperShowsUSA.com. Sorry, I feel like I'm a NASCAR driver. I'm sorry. I got to read all my patches. But at PrepperShowsUSA.com, we'll show you all the events. A big event I'm going to, teaching 3 classes, is Prepper Camp coming up in August. That's going to be a lot of fun. And stay tuned to the Prepping Academy. Hey, listen to every single one we do. It's very educational. We try to motivate you, and we're here for you. We really are. So I hope you guys have a blessed week. I hope you guys will continue to prepare, keep your heads up, and watch out behind you. You guys, God bless. Take care.
Thanks for listening to the Prepping Academy podcast. Preppers Unite at www.preppingacademy.com.
Are you a prepper or homesteader looking to connect with like-minded people in your area? Looking to start your own preparedness group? Already have a group? Well, look no further than PrepperNet. PrepperNet is dedicated to personal responsibility, individual freedoms, and being self-reliant. PrepperNet has monthly meetings in over 100 cities where you can meet and learn with like-minded people in your area. PrepperNet, where preppers unite. Find us online at preppernet.com.